everybody, I am Alphabet and I've still got the graphic wrong on screen. Oh my days. The orders that these videos go out at might be a little odd, so it might be weird for me to say that, but yeah, you'll find out later in the week once all the videos are out, I'm sure. So today we are casting the Steel Division 2 charity tournament. We're taking a break from the finals for Steel Division League. I still think we've got, here's the doggo. I still think we've got Division 2 and Division 4, I think, to kind of try and finish off and get some finals. The dog is excited today. I guess it's all about the charity tournament, and that's the reason why. So, if you're not aware, there was a charity tournament played over the weekend. I actually took part in the first charity tournament. This one's the second one. And in the first one, overall, the community raised 1,800 euros, including a 500 euro donation by Eugene themselves. I'm not sure how long it's been since the first one, whether it's a full year. I can't quite remember, but I do remember on this channel we raised somewhere like around about 360 euros or 300 euros. It was, I'm sure it was in the 300s, thanks in part due to a large donation from Tiger, and that was when I was streaming the tournament last time on Twitch. We're not going to meet that target this time. I was hoping to do some live streams, but I just didn't have everything ready. You guys should now know about the name changes, the logo changes, the banners and all the graphics and stuff like that. I've been heavily working on that over the past, well, 8 to 12 weeks. So it's been a long process. So I just haven't been ready to live stream for this tournament. I was hoping that this would be, you know, the release of all the stuff tournament, and we could do it for charity as well, but it hasn't worked out that way. So far, $492.87 raised, but I am recording this Sunday morning, so there is still a full day of charity games to go, and I believe Vulcan is doing some live casting over on his Twitch channel, so I'm sure that will raise considerably. And as part of these games, the games that I'm going to cast, I don't know how many I'm going to do. I think this week you'll probably just see 2 games. I'm not sure whether I will cover next week or not. It depends how many good games are in the tournament. But what I am going to do is for every, at the end of the games that I cast, so at the end of the game that I'm casting today, I haven't seen this game, got no idea what happens. I'm told it's a decent game though, but I haven't seen it at all. But I'm going to give a cent, which doesn't sound like a lot, for every difference in point score between the 2 players. So I had a look and I kind of tried to work it out to $1, but then I was thinking if somebody gets like 1,000 points different, that's like $1,000, and there's no way I can get anywhere near to affording that. So yeah, I will give a cent for every point difference at the end of this game between both players. The dog wants to give some money as well. Yeah, based on the points difference at the end of this game, and we'll do the same for any others that we cast for this charity tournament, and we'll donate through to Action Against Hunger, and the link, if you guys want to donate yourself, the link, it will be in the description of this video for you to go and donate. And yeah, send me a message either in the comments on YouTube or through Discord to say that you've donated and you saw the video from my channel and that made you donate, because yeah, I like to keep track, you know, of how much we're raising through the channel. I think last time it was in the $300 range. So yeah, we'll see how close we can get. I'm not quite sure we will make that again, because I was also donating like $10 per win last time, and I'm not taking part this time, and I actually came 3rd in the tournament last time. So yeah, that cost me a bit more than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to do that well. Right, I think that's the kind of prelim introduction out the way. If you want to donate, there is a link in the description. And new graphics on the channel. Thanks very much to the YouTube members, Nightmare13 and Gilbot, for supporting me, and all other YouTube channel members as well. Today's game, we have on the left-hand side Noted. He is playing the 2nd Infantry Indian Head on Maverick Income, and he is up against ManedWolf on the right-hand side. I'm not sure whether I've got the colours right. On the right-hand side, playing Podvergrupa Fedjunkina on Balanced Income. Actually, I have got the map the right way round. So Noted is on the left in red, and ManedWolf is on the right in blue. That threw me because usually the US is blue and the USSR is red, or the Soviet Union. And I think also doing some wargame casts, that's thrown me there. Okay, let's get into the deck. So on the left, we have Noted playing the 2nd Infantry Indian Head. I think there were some nerfs to the kind of 50 cal, so I don't think the M8 rush is quite as powerful as it was at a time. Certainly Noted not going for the meme M8 rush from the looks of it. Only 8 of those in the recon tab. And not a huge amount of Shermans actually either. He's only got 16 in there. But yeah, this is the 2nd Infantry Indian Head, so they don't quite get anywhere near as many as the 3rd Armoured. Xylophones in the artillery tab. It will be fun to see them firing off. We got a 203mm off map. That's pretty strong as well. The M8 Hellcats are even stronger now than they used to be because of the range changes. They fire at 2,000 meters, so they can outrange a lot of stuff, and they're fast as hell. So yeah, well, they're aptly named Hellcats then, aren't they? And some Bofors guns bring up the anti-air for Noted. Moving over to the right hand side, we've got ManedWolf playing Podvergrupa Fedjunkina. I'm not quite sure whether we've had a competitive cast from Fedjunkina yet, so this might be the first one. They've got the big BS3 AT gun in B phase, 4 of those, mostly T-34-85s, which is actually really good to counter the Shermans, and ManedWolf's got some Shermans of his own. 4 of those Emchers, so the Americans did a bad job of lending them to the Russians, and they're now being used against them in anger. 81 units of infantry. I think the US infantry will have the infantry stakes covered, so ManedWolf is going to need to use his ISU 152s perhaps, SU 122s as well, and Maxims. His support tab is pretty well equipped, so I think he could use those guns to great effect, especially the ISUs, and it's going to be a bit of a struggle, I think, for the 2nd Infantry to penetrate some of those ISUs, because they only really have Shermans. I guess they have the Hellcats. Yeah, they can do the job. They will have some planes. I didn't quite check the planes. But yeah, otherwise, the mainline Shermans might have a little bit of a difficulty, and they're coming up against T-34-85s as well. So I feel like ManedWolf has the kind of armoured stakes apart from a few units here and there. And Noted has the infantry stakes. Right. It's been a considerable introduction, but I think it's better to get, you know, to have a nice introduction for the charity games at least. And new graphics as well. New channel member Leo Peru. Now, he actually joined a little while back, but I'm going to catch up with all the channel alerts coming through. So everyone who's a member of the YouTube channel members will get some alerts coming up on videos. Especially tracking the milestones, you know, like 1, 3, 6, 9 months, etc. Kind of similar to how they do it on Twitch. So on the left hand side in red, we have Noted playing the 2nd Infantry Indian Head on Maverick Income. He's going to want to go strong early on. And on the right hand side in blue, we have ManedWolf playing Podvergrupa Fedjunkina on Balanced Income. Perhaps an effort into this, yeah, definitely looks like an effort into this northern centre town for ManedWolf, which is a slight surprise given he is playing on Balanced Income. A couple of M1919 MMGs setting up, one of them in the church tower to try and prevent this push from the Strelke. BA-20 there with its gun turned off, kind of A little bit surprising. Yeah, does turn it back on, but I mean, that's going to get shot by the M8 at some point. Strokey's leading the way in the push, and Emcher coming up to face off against the M8. SU-122 in the start on the hill. Does have the heat shells. You don't see this one too often in action, so it is nice to see it on the battleground. But the M1919 MMGs are holding the line right now with the help of the M8 as well, pinning down 4 squads of Strokey, so definitely doing the job as the main machine guns in defense for Noted right now. Those Strokeys are going to need to fall back, but the SU-122 finally get involved, hitting that church tower hard, and down goes the second MMG. I feel like a shot from the Emcher there. Something came in, and I think it was the Emcher that did the dirty on that MMG there. So the Strokers, although they're pinned down, once they recover, they will be able to start to move into that centre town. Noted has made a decent push here into the southern central town. So both players going for the opposite centre town areas, and this is why we love this map. It is a pretty darn good map. Plenty of opportunities for both players. Down in the south, Noted pushing forward with some Stuarts, some rifle leaders, and some Rangers. Again, we don't see a hell of a lot of Stuarts in this game, which is really sad, but now we've got the range changers. It's actually going to be good to see those Stuarts in action again. I think we will see some more, because although they are massively outranged now with the 1,250 meters, they are a lot cheaper to call in, and they can do a lot of work against the infantry. So, I don't think I mentioned this either, but the charity tournament is, you know, a current tournament. So we are playing on the Burning Baltics patch. You'll have probably worked out by now the fact that I'm talking about range changes. But yeah, it's we got some current action for you. So this is the first game on the channel from the brand new Burning Baltics patch, as the M5A1 takes a turret stuck hit from the M42 there and does go down. I think Noted would be best. Oh, it tries to use the smoke from the Rangers to cover that just a little bit too late. Does need to reverse that M5A1 back, and the one-man Ranger is going to go down there. The rifle leader needs to... no, sorry. Somebody needs to hop forward and try and take out that M42 gun anyway. I think the Strokey DT are going to go down. ManedWolf bringing in an Emcher to fight off the Stuart down south. 14-10 to Noted right now. Oh, up in the... in fact, action everywhere. Fantastic start to this game. But up in the north, we've got 2 small squads of Rangers pushing through behind enemy lines, especially with that M2 flamethrower, the M3 grease gun, and the Thompson M1A1. Plenty of SMG weaponry to decimate those Strokey units, push through the forests at close range, and pick up the flag up north. MMG in the centre is now pinned down, and the Strokeys, I think, well, the unit does get destroyed, but the Strokeys could have hopped forward and picked up a surrender. SU-122 starts moving over the open ground into a position to counter that M4 Sherman. It's Sherman on Sherman here in the centre. Emcher gets the first shot. M4 replies, and that might take a while for either of those tanks to defeat each other. Although the Russian M4 actually is a later version, has more armor, and does pick up the victory there. I think also has the M3 late. I don't know whether that is the same gun. P47 D3, is that going to swing around? Yes, I thought so. He's going to swing around and try and take down that SU-122 from the sides, possibly a rear shot. Let's watch this one come in. Here he comes. Rear shot. No! He didn't get the rockets off. I think the unit was just too close to the buildings, and he just couldn't get the angle to fire those rockets. So it is going to... or perhaps actually it was reordered. No, it is going to come in now for a second attempted side shot, although, no, didn't have the angle to dive down there. Noted is having real trouble with that P47 D23. I mean, it's an expensive plane as well at 170 points, so you don't want that plane to be causing you problems. Okay, Will it get its shots off this time? It should do. The SU-122 isn't covered by any buildings, but after all that, no kill. P-47D should go back to base there. We'll report its difficulties, I'm sure. So we've had a pushback from ManedWolf in the south. The rifle leader has gone down, so it can't use its bazooka against that MCHA, and the Rangers, although they fire off the flamethrower, that just reveals the unit to the MCHA that's just about to decimate it with its 50 cal. Rangers come in and we'll take out the Cherno-Pidzaniki very easily. And a Yak-9T now. Oh my. Will that get the kill on the P-47? Noted needs to call that back. We'll call it back. I think it's going to be fast enough. I think it's going to be fast enough, and the Yak-9T does not get the kill. And now suffering from anti-air fire from the 50 cals from those M4 Shermans. I'm also wondering, what's the word? Not quite the word, almost, that's what I was looking for. I'm almost wondering whether 50 cals would be, although realistic to have them fire on planes, whether it would be beneficial just to remove that option, just to help with balancing. There was quite a few issues in the early Burning Baltics patches with the 50 cals being way too strong at the anti-air game, and they're on pretty much every single US unit in the game, so it'd be an interesting decision. I'm not going to say whether it's the right decision either way, but it could be an option for Eugen to explore. 59 to ManedWolf, a bit of a turnaround. I'm sure Noted was ahead, maybe I'm mistaken, but 59 to ManedWolf. 15 minutes left to get the victory. We're not yet out of A phase. I feel like we've had plenty of action right from the start. It surprised me that we're not even out of A phase right now. Bazooka's trying to get into position to take out this MCHA. I think Noted is going to get the opportunity. But the Cherno-Pidzaniki will spot the bazooka. It hops forward. It should get the shot. And it does get the kill there. Nice work from Noted with that bazooka. Bringing in a second one just in case the first didn't get the kill, which is fine. These are only 20-point units. So, yeah, I mean, that's understandable. SU-122 still being a hazard in the center. M4A1 having to back off. Ooh. Does take out the MCHA there, though. Although, was that the Stuart coming in from behind? I think it was the Stuart sneakily coming around that forest. Nice work again from Noted. He also has the bazooka up here that can cover against the MCHA. I think he's moving it down into this building. Oh, that would be a nice kill there if he does get that bazooka shot off. Oh, he's right on the hill. That is so close, but it looks like ManedWolf is going to skirt right around that hill. The bazooka should get the shot off against the BA-20, but that's going to alert ManedWolf to the unit being in there. Let's see whether he notices that. The MCHA definitely notices. Will the bazooka get another shot off? Oh, yes it does. Down goes the MCHA. The bazooka does die. But what a valiant effort from those men. I'm sure they will receive a posthumous, can't quite say the word, medal and honours. I know I'm not getting that word right. SU-85 going to come in and try and sit up on the top of this hill to fire down onto the reinforcement road. But we've got now 4 M4A1s up in the north, and they can really help push back because we don't really have much AT infantry equipment up on the north. So depending on how that SU-85 gets involved and depending on how Noted works with those M4A1s, he could get the kill here. But down in the south, 18-6 to ManedWolf now. He's got his units spread around. I'm kind of surprised he's holding these 2 flags here. I feel a bit sorry for Noted. I don't think ManedWolf should have these flags, especially because the Cherno-Pidzaniki that are holding them are actually disheartened infantry. I definitely don't feel this is fair to Noted right now. He has a Stuart and a half-track in the center, and he's not got those flags. But the reinforcements are on the way, and he should be able to pick them up at any moment. There is an SU-122 crawling its way forward, though. And, yeah, it should be an issue. Depending on whether Noted can get this bazooka into play. If he can hop buildings, perhaps get the bazooka into play, he could get the kill on the SU-122, and that would be a nice kill for him. But he's still going to have to deal with the Emcher. It's going to come into range of this Stuart right now. Oh, it had his armor facing rearwards. Turns, but the Emcher gets the side shot. Do the engineers get the bazooka? No, they do not. So he's going to have to fully rely on this bazooka, and a unit of Emchers go down in the transport. Back to a 15-9. There was a Yak 9T, like way over enemy lines up there in the north. 10 minutes 30 for Noted to get himself back in this game. Looks like the Sherman's actually pushed down south into the center. We've got some Ranger Marauders in there. The Maxims and the Strelky are pinned down. It's only the Sapari Comrotti, but it does have the Panzerfaust here. Could get a kill against one of those Shermans. And I think it's actually going to fire off and alert the Shermans. But is that M1 close enough? I think it is, but it's just out of line of sight. The others are fast moving down the road. Oh, it's just pinned down in time. Just pinned down in time. Oof, and that Panzerfaust doesn't get the shot off. Back down to the south. Bazooka still in the area. Noted. Ooh, loses the half track. That might make ManedWolf think that he's all alone here. Although I think the Bazooka got spotted by the Cherno Pizzaniki. Unfortunate for Noted there. Does lose those bazookas. 15-9 to ManedWolf. 9 minutes left on the clock. The Shermans are going to catch a Zenot 37mm out in the open. That's a nice kill for those. And not really anything opposing that. We have an SU-85 on the way and an ISU-152. So that's going to be the opposition. VZVOD PTR, ambitious push into those buildings, but the engineers are in place to easily take them out. Now we get the M4A1 Rhino that can definitely stand up against the M-Shot on the Russian side, but there weren't many of those Emchers, only 4, so perhaps there's only this one left. It is going to still struggle against the ISU in particular. The SU-85 it can take out. Here is the big Russian gun, the BS-3. It's going to fire off against the 2 Shermans. Ooh, did you hear that fire? But it does get pinned down in the return fire. Here it is, this beautiful big gun, but it's taken some heavy damage there. Yeah, and does get taken out. SU-85 about to relieve the position, though. Although the Sherman's moving forwards. Still in range of the SU-85. Will it announce its arrival on the stage any moment? The range and the line of sights are not working too effectively now as the Sherman help to take out the infantry. No real infantry to hold the ground though, so Noted isn't... He might lose out on the flags any moment. There's the SU-85 shot. Ooh, armor crack. First shot. The Sherman's trying to get the surrenders, I feel, but he can't hold the front lines. It's just this one Sherman in the middle of the open ground with an SU-85 firing on it from the hill, and finally goes down as the Sherman was desperately trying to get back into the town. ManedWolf gets the kill. 18-6 back on the clock. 4 minutes left on the game. In fact, less than 4 minutes. There's an SU-152 bravely pushing through the light forest there. I guess the front line is completely on his side. Ranger Marauders could do with trying to somehow push up to take it out, but that's a difficult play, I'm sure. Ognamachiki coming to relieve the town, and the Strelky are on their way once again. Noted trying to push back in up north. A little push in the south as well. 3 minutes left on the clock now. Will the Rhinos save the day? T-30 launching those HE shells there. Although that looked more like a heat shell than a HE shell to me. Here comes the P-38J bomber. Fantastic bomber. Ooh, yeah. Get some. Oh, going in there head on with a Yak 9T. The P38s can still do the job in the head on. You can see that Yak 9T heavily smoking, and I think Nota's going to lose his plane here as the Yak 9T maneuvers to get on the back of this P38J, but no, doesn't quite manage it. The height difference there, that P38 came in for the bombing run and was able to use that energy to gain height once again, and that made it awkward for the Yak 9T to get on the back of that plane. Love the P38s, and I want to get some more flying time in them on IL-2. Off-track's pushing right up into the face of the Strelky with those AT grenades, using the multiple 50 cals to pin them down and recover the position. 15-9 to ManedWolf. Nota's brought the clock back slightly. 5 minutes left for him to try and get back into this game. M1919 make their way back onto the field after being destroyed earlier in the game, or one of their units. We got another BS3 making their way in, and the ISU finishes off that M1919 HMG. Those ISUs might start causing serious problems for Noted, and he's going to have to get through the T-34-85s as well. I'm not liking Noted's chances here. 5 minutes left on the clock. His tanks are a bit unsupported in the town, but he's getting away with it for now. Just those Sapri Komroti with the Panzerfaust. In comes the poor P-47D. Will the Yak 9T be able to get the kill here? Su-85 goes down. P-47D should spin around to evac. Will the Yak get on the back? I mean, he's pretty well damaged now. Again, they've been able to climb up high, and I don't think the Yak 9T is going to make it. No, he isn't, and is called back by ManedWolf. Oh, the Ognamachiki did get surrendered, and again, what is going on with the front lines here? I guess the rifles were pinned down there. Let's see whether they get the front lines back. I guess it's a little bit more obvious this time, because we got the Strelky here that are better than the Chernopidzeniki anyway, and there is a unit of Strelky here, so I can kind of understand this one a little bit more, to be fair. Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure whether some of you will have your own opinions. But actually, Noted's brought this back to a 13-11 now. He's got 7 minutes. The Rhinos are capturing this flag with the rifles late. Wow, a platoon of Hellcats about to make their way onto the field. Should contest against the T-34-85s. The Rhinos trying to get behind the houses to avoid fire from the T-34-85s there. Some bazookas on the way in. I think Noted is trying to combat this position. This is where he feels he can make the gains. Yes, down south here. These flags here is where he's taken back control. 4 flags down south. It's back to a 12-12 out of nowhere. 20 minutes on the clock. Wow. I was just saying, what, a moment ago that I didn't believe Noted had this one. I thought he was going to lose it. But he is still in the losing position. There is another flag here. Yeah, he's back to a 12-12 once again. Interesting. The flag up north has been captured, and those Strelky here, I think once these Rangers unload, perhaps they will re-establish frontline control with the rifles, and those Strelky will become surrounded. Hellcats down south, taking out the Su-122. Just caught that in time. Powerful units now. Let's get a look at this column of Hellcats on the charge here. Oh, lovely. I love the unit model as well, with the gunner up top on the 50 cal. Oh, they're going to start firing on the T-34-85s. One goes down there, although I feel like it was perhaps the M1 gun up on the hill. The way it was looking there. Oh, the other one crew panicked. Slight side damaged. That was 4 shots. They were crew panicked. Trying to back away, but that one goes down as well. Both the T-34-85s are dead, but the APCR ammunition used up on a few of those Hellcats. They are going to have to revert to the AP shells on the 76.2mm gun. But they're not up against any tanks right now, and they can use their HE to help out the infantry. 12-12 to Noted. And have we got a turnaround on our hands? All of a sudden, I mean, Noted's on less income as well. I mean, I guess he's had the Maverick income, and we've just come out of Maverick. So yeah, he has had a big income advantage in that B phase. But he certainly doesn't have the income advantage now, so this is his one and only chance, I feel, if he can somehow hold on to this. But he's got 30 minutes at a big income disadvantage. T-3485 takes down the M3 half-track, pushing through there. The Rhino looking to help out against the infantry. I think for Noted, ooh, the P-38J is going to come in and it's going to hit that 85 mil. It was pinned down. On the head-on again against the Yak-9T. Big damage. Noted calling it away again. What will ManedWolf do here? I don't think he's going to get the opportunity. He is pretty heavily damaged. Oh, you can see the wings shaking there. Oh, look at that 50 cal fire come up from the Hellcats below. Got to worry about that plane. I think it's just high enough now that it will get out. A last burst from those 50 cals. And infantry reinforcement coming down south, though, with a T-3485 bypassing those central Hellcats. Will that T-3485 be able to establish dominance in the south? ManedWolf again picks up a 13-11, recapturing this northern side. P-47D comes in, gets the kill on the Su-85. BS-3 does have HE shells. Firing up across the infantry across the way. I was a little bit unsure about where that was firing initially. Bazooka coming in here, but I guess that was to counter the Su-85, but that has gone down, so no need for that bazooka just yet. Can leave that a little bit further back. The Rangers didn't establish frontline control with the rifles, but the engineers pushing down south should overwhelm the frontline mechanic, surely. And I think actually, yeah, Noted should pick up that flag there. Looks like he is going to re-establish that frontline control. We will check for a moment. Plane coming down south. Oh, it's one of those long-range bombers. Didn't get its shots off, though. Which is interesting because there's no mainline artillery, so I feel like it's the 50 cal still being an issue. T-3485, close range engagement, crew panic on the first shot, and down it goes. The M18 Hellcats, they are open top. They get a aim time buff. Thanks to that, one of them goes down there, but big hit against the T-3485. Shouldn't be able to survive another shot. There's an M42 gun trying to get an angle here on the engagements. Will the M18s go through? No. Noted's going to try and keep those back. Look how fast they move. P-38J coming up to try and relieve some pressure. Does get the kill on those BS-3s. Those P-38s have got a fantastic payload. And the front line is re-established into the northern centre town now. E-3485, what's that firing on? It's down the road at the rifles. M18 comes onto the road. Oh, both tanks taken down there. And the M18s have been very successful. Oh, M42 gun. Will it get a second shot off? No, it won't. The 50 cal's pinned that down. And it looks like ManedWolf not quick enough to react to for that. Oh no, he has called it back. And it may well survive. Might still be a threat down there. ISU, shooter kill. Critical. Just what Noted needed. There is an M18 Hellcat in there. It's out of APCR rounds, though. 130 mils of penetration at full range. I don't think it's going to be easy to penetrate that ISU. And definitely not if it doesn't actually hit the target. The ISU is called back. The shooter is back in action, or somebody's taken over the shooter position. And it should now start firing back. If the ISU just lands a shot on either of those two units, it's going to get the kill. Apologies for the camera work there. The zoom a bit too efficient. ISU should get the kill here. Let's see. Ooh. Must have been a miss. Oh, and the Hellcat takes it down. Wow. That looked like it was a hit. No, there it is. Right there. Man, that looked like it was a hit there, but we had the wrong angle on it. P-38 coming in to hit the stroke. He's trying to push into the town, and yeah, they're not going to survive a P-38 attack. This time the Yak-9T was in quick enough that it avoided a head-on. Ooh, but the P-38 did get a snapshot on it as it came around. Will the Yak-9T be able to hop onto its tail? No, not quick enough to turn. And the P-38 is still a fairly fast plane and will not have any options getting out of the battlefield. So those Yak-9Ts just not forming for ManedWolf. And Noted's got himself a 59 now. While all of this commentary has been taking place, he has established a bit more dominance. P-47 coming in against the ISU 152. Ooh, not quite getting the kill there. Heavily damaging that vehicle. Oh, will the Yak-9T get on the back this time? No, the P-47 just fast enough. And these Yak-9Ts, yeah, not doing the job today. They're way behind enemy lines. I do note that both players don't really have any AA up. We did see a 37 will get destroyed earlier on the side of, yeah, the Dog's very disappointed about that. Here's the long-range bomber. Man, look at those bombs get released. High def. High def. Not doing too much damage, though. I think they did take down an infantry squad there. Oh, look at that beautiful peach-looking bomber. Beautiful. Yeah, the Hellcat, I think, was... look at the craters. I think was lucky to survive there because it wasn't in the picture. And it is an open-top vehicle. So, I'm kind of surprised that thing survived. It is so heavily damaged, though. It's trying to fall back. It's stuck against the forest. If ManedWolf just moves a strokey up, he's going to get the kill. But no, it's recovered. It has recovered. Just in the nick of time, but it's about to drive into a strokey squad. They are pinned down, though, so actually it might get a surrender here. Oh. ISU fighting at just too close range, really. Oh, goes down. Was it that Hellcat? My days, Taylor in the Hellcat. Man, lucky. I mean, he's out of 50 cal ammo, he's out of HE ammo, he's out of APCR ammo. But the AP shells doing the job against that ISU. Here comes the P-38. Does take out the strokey. An A-19 on the field now. Ooh, big shot into those bazookas. And again, like, I'm not sure whether they should have died or not. M42 get a snapshot against the M18. Again, I feel like ManedWolf is unlucky there. Yak-9T finally going to get in range. Get some shots off. But now it's out of... Ooh, it's called back. It was called back there. And Lightning gets away. I think ManedWolf probably wasn't going to get the kill there. So I think that was a fair attempt to get a call back. 16-8 to Noted. He's on Maverick income. 30 minutes in. This could still change. He's on Maverick income. And I mean, I didn't really take too much notice of the deck, but playing a Maverick deck, you expected... Oh, bazooka kill. Up in the north onto the T-34-85. A platoon of strokey down south. Sorry, up north, but south is the picture. But up north. The engineers might go down. I mean, this might still switch the other way round because I don't know how much Noted has in his deck. Hellcat goes down there, I think, yeah, to the BS3. Perhaps ManedWolf has a bigger deck here. Ognomachiki are going to lose out in the town, though. That could be a 17-7, which I think would be a triple tick. We'll have to check. I think ManedWolf needs to get his strokies in the forest. If he can and he can move up here, depending on what happens with the Rhino, he might be able to retake that northern town. There, it is a 17-7, but no, that is still a double tick. Another P-38J attack. Onto the Strokey. Oh, double kill! Yeah, double Yak 90 this time. Oh, they're definitely going to get this kill, surely. They're very close behind. Crossing each other's 6. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to go down. Yeah, there it goes. Finally, 31 minutes into this game, ManedWolf picks up the kill on the P-38J with those double Yak 9Ts. I don't know what happened, but maybe them being in pairs just helped them out. They could provide optics to each other, help each other out in the sky. I like the ISU-152 call in here. I should be able to counter those Ranger LMGs quite easily over the open ground. And I feel like those Hellcats are all out of APCR ammunition. So I was going to say the P-47Ds are the kind of last vestige for ManedWolf here. This one going after the T-3485. Will it get the kill? Dives in, launches rockets. Does get the kill there against that T-3485. The Yak 9Ts come in. I feel like ManedWolf should just have those Yak 9Ts up. And I understand why he's not buying anti-air. I mean, he's 18-6 down. It would just be... He needs it, but it would be a difficult purchase because I'm sure he needs so much other stuff as well. Oh, the Rhino. Oh, he's pinned down the Strokey, but there is a leader here that means they won't surrender. But they won't be able to throw those AT grenades. And oh, the demolition group coming in. They are going to wreck face with the M2 flamethrower, the 9 M1 Golans, and the M2 carbine. The leader leaves them there. He's off. He's out of there. See you later, guys. Oh, no, he stopped. He stopped. But the Strokey are going to go down to the demolition group. ManedWolf needed to fall those Strokey back, but he obviously saw it because he pulled back the VZ VOD, but yeah, he should have just fallen those Strokey group back. But the demolition group, they're going to come through and they will destroy the VZ VOD as well. These are excellent CQC units. Really, really good. But you only get them in C phase, I believe, and you only get one card. And they do have the bazooka on as well, so fantastic units. And the VZ VOD there, not really got the composition of forces to defend against the enemy composition of forces. We do have a long-range bomber coming up north. I think it's trying to hit the M4 Rhino here. Will it be able to do the job? The Rhino's pushing forwards. Yeah. Ooh, does get the engineer kill. So that was nice work. There is a unit of Strokey here that might... Nope, the half track's falling back. Yeah, the long-range bombers... Oh, ManedWolf needs to fall it back. It is doing a good job, though, but there isn't really a defense from Noted. The P-38J is going to come in and try and hit the Strokey there. It's going to get the kills. And I think ManedWolf calling that back. I was wondering whether it was going to follow on to try and get the bomber kill as well. Yeah, big kill there from the P-38J. And actually, it's going to come down and try and strafe the Strokey and the transports. No. That P-38J just needs to go back now. I don't think it's going to do any job strafing against an ISU. Yeah, and the Yak 9T coming in here. I think ManedWolf will be better off just keeping this Yak 9T somewhere over his lines, but up in the sky, so that hopefully he can react sooner. 19-5 to Noted. 1 minute 40 left on the clock, and I think he has done it. Despite being on Maverick income, I think it was the charge of the Hellcats that really turned this game down in the south, turned this game around in the south, killing the T-3485s and establishing control in this southern town, also allowing Noted to advance up on the southern hill. Those Hellcats, yeah, definitely did the job. And 4A1 tackling with an ISU here. I still think even at this close range, yeah, once the ISU turns frontally, it's going to get the advantage and should get the kill. Definitely gets the kill. 1 minute left on the clock. I mean, there's a flag. Oh, it's 19-5 though. There's just too many flags to take. Maybe ManedWolf can give himself a bit more time, but there's so many flags here. I mean, he's rushing in Chernopitsaniki. You never know. ISU just not in a position. But yeah, I mean, there's a few flags. Who knows? 1 minute 15 now with the capture of another flag. Strelkies are pushing forwards over the open ground. I mean, if they fight the demolition group at long range, they can destroy them. It's just the short range. Well, actually, the M1 Grand is still a threat. So anything above 500 meter range, and they're okay. Double Yak 9T trying to come in and strafe those demolition groups. Ooh, just to destroy the transport. And it's a defeat or a surrender. I'm not quite sure whether the time limit was hit there, but I know it was low. 36 minutes, 59 seconds. Noted picks up the victory. What a battle. 4,295 kills to 3,500 losses. Commiserations for ManedWolf. Did start that game in the lead, but wasn't able to finish it up in the lead. And yeah, it felt like there were a few times when he was a bit unfortunate. His Yak 90s definitely didn't perform today. And there were a few frontline times where Noted... no, that was in Noted's favour early on when ManedWolf had the lead. There were a few times when Noted, I feel, could have had the front line to capture those flags. But ManedWolf actually had them. But yeah, interesting that the game kind of turned on its head. I think the Maverick income was just so beneficial for Noted that it helped turn things around. Even though the C phase, he was much lower on income, I think that B phase, after a bad start in A phase, the huge income in B phase helped him recover, is what I'm trying to say. Right, let's have a look at the points difference and work out what we're going to donate to Action Against Hunger. So, 4,295 kills to 3,555 losses. So that's 740 cents. Which is what? $7.40 based on the game. So $7.40 from this game being donated. I think that's... it's not over the top. I've just spent a whole load of money on audio equipment. So, to be honest, I don't quite have... I'm actually in negative figures in my bank. So, it's going to come out of next month's paycheck because I don't actually have any money right now. I'm in my overdraft. But yeah, $7.40 there to charity. Thanks to Noted and ManedWolf playing this game. So, thanks very much for taking part, both of the players, both of you guys. And if you guys donate, then there will be a link in the description. You know, drop a comment and let's tally up what we got on the channel, and then maybe I'll release it in a community post at the end. Let's have a quick look at the kill list while we're here. Might as well, hadn't we? Oh, P38J, yeah. I mean, that took out a lot of units. P38Js are really strong bombers if you can't counter them. And Noted definitely used them to great effect today. Ranger Marauders actually killing off 3 Strelky squads. Oh, look at this. P47D killing off 1, 2, 3 SU-85s and T-34-85. Just imagine if ManedWolf had had much better control over the skies. I mean, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's continue the count. We're counting with Alpha Bird right now. 11, 12, 13, 14. Is it going to be 14 units? 14 units taken down from the skies. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to count how much that is in actual resources or income, but that BS3 is pretty expensive. There's this 2-gun going down is pretty expensive, and all of these SU-85s and the T-34-85 are very expensive as well. And the Xenon OBR 4485 mil is expensive. So a lot of resources and income lost from the skies. And apart from these two AA guns, I feel like ManedWolf was ahead. He lost his AA guns, and then all of a sudden he was behind, and he was purchasing the Yak-9Ts that didn't do the job for him, unfortunately. And it's not necessarily all his fault, because the AI is not fantastic with fighters. And perhaps could have done with purchasing some AA, some extra AA, but I also do understand why he perhaps didn't do that, because he was under so much pressure on the front line. It's always hard when you're losing the game and you're under pressure to purchase supporting units like AA, in particular AA, just because you feel like you need to fight back and take territory back, even though in the long run it might be a little bit more beneficial, but in the short run it's just such a difficult decision to make. Let's quickly look at the kills for ManedWolf. Oh, look at that Emcher. I mean, this does tell the story of the start, doesn't it? The Emcher dispatching 1, 2, 3, 4 Stuarts, an enemy Sherman, and a couple of other units in there as well with an M8. Man, that Soloviev definitely deserves a medal there in that Sherman. And another one, look, taking out the Ranger T-30s. It definitely shows how ManedWolf just had a huge start to the game. Look at the kills from these early units. It's really weird as well, because the M4s, although they were slightly better than the opposing Shermans, the M4A1s, they were still not the heavy tanks in this environment. They weren't the tanks that were supposed to get the job done. That was supposed to be the T-3485s. But the T-3485s just didn't get the job done. The M18 Hellcats, I think, came in and countered them pretty successfully. There were a couple of kills here, look, but not really enough. Here's the Yak-9T. Did get that P47 kill, and the Yak-9T here got the P38 kill. Perhaps if ManedWolf had much longer, and those Yak-9Ts would have cleared up the planes, they definitely weren't in danger. Noted just had no AA on the field. He was completely and utterly reliant on the 50 cals being his AA, which I think is a bit of a mistake in terms of how the game works. But, you know, I don't know whether it's a mistake or not. I'd like to see a test version without 50 cals, you know, being able to fire on aircraft. I know it's not perhaps true to life, but sometimes you've got to make some gameplay decisions, and I just think they don't do a hell of a lot of damage. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong. But sometimes I'd like to see versions that test the options. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. There we have it. 36 minutes, 59 seconds on Ocean North. Congratulations to Noted, commiserations to ManedWolf, but thank you to both of you for taking part in the Steel Division 2 charity tournament. Like I say, let's just head back so I can get the image up on the screen. Oh, I think I messed up there. I think I messed up there. Yeah, it is what it is. So this is all in aid of charity for Action Against Hunger. There will be a link down below in the description if you want to donate. And yeah, we'll be donating, what was it, $7.40 based on the results today. And we'll show some more charity games as well. We'll have at least one more this week, and then depending on what games were in there, we may cover some next week as well. Thanks very much for watching. I am Alpha Bird. I will see you next time.